Join me as I dive deep into the mystery, exploring ancient texts and historical records, to uncover the truth about whether giants really existed before the flood. Giants have captivated human imagination for centuries, appearing in the mythologies and legends of cultures from around the world. From the Titans of Greece, who were said to be the primordial gods, to the Nephilim of the Bible, described as the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men, these towering beings have left an indelible mark on our collective psyche, influencing art, literature, and even historical records. It's easy to dismiss the idea of giants as mere fantasy, the product of vivid imaginations and a desire to explain the mysteries of the ancient world. After all, there's no concrete evidence to support the notion that giant humans ever roamed the earth. Or is there? Critics point to the lack of physical remains, the supposed exaggeration of ancient texts, and the mythological nature of giant legends as proof that these beings are nothing more than figments of our imagination. However, historical references to giants can be found in various ancient cultures, from the Sumerians and Egyptians to the Greeks and Norse. These cultures often depicted giants in their myths and legends, suggesting a common thread of belief across different civilizations. Many ancient myths and legends can be explained away as allegorical or metaphorical, but what about the ones that are rooted in historical fact? What about the accounts of giant humans that appear in multiple independent sources? It's hard to dismiss the sheer weight of evidence when it comes from cultures as diverse as the ancient Greeks, the Hebrews, and the Sumerians. From the Egyptian hieroglyphs to Norse mythology and Mayan codices, these accounts span continents and millennia. Even ancient Chinese scrolls, Indian Vedic texts, and Native American petroglyphs mention beings of enormous stature. Despite the skepticism, there are many who believe that giants did, in fact, exist before the flood. And they point to ancient texts like the Book of Enoch and the Book of Giants, which describe a world of giant humans that was wiped out in a catastrophic event. These texts may be fragmented and difficult to interpret, but they offer a tantalizing glimpse into a world that's far more complex and mysterious than we ever imagined. Historical records from ancient Sumer and Egypt also hint at the existence of extraordinary beings. Even Greek and Roman texts reference giants and other mythical creatures, suggesting a shared cultural memory. These references span across different civilizations and time periods, adding layers of intrigue to the mystery. One of the most fascinating pieces of evidence comes from the ancient Sumerian city of Kish, where archaeologists have uncovered a number of giant skeletons. These remains are dated to around 3000 BC, a time when the Sumerians were said to have been ruled by giant kings, as recorded in the Sumerian king list. Now these finds are often disputed, and the authenticity of the skeletons is questioned by many experts. But what if they're real? What if these ancient remains are the smoking gun that proves the existence of giants before the flood, as mentioned in various ancient texts and mythologies? Another critical piece of evidence comes from the ancient Jewish text, the Book of Jasher. This text describes a world of giants that existed before the flood, and it's strikingly similar to the accounts found in the Book of Enoch and the Book of Giants. When you consider that these texts were written by different cultures at different times, it's hard to dismiss the similarity as mere coincidence. The Book of Jasher, like the Book of Enoch, is part of a broader tradition of ancient texts that include Mesopotamian, Sumerian, and Babylonian writings. These civilizations also have their own accounts of giants and great floods, adding further weight to these ancient narratives. The evidence is mounting, and it's becoming increasingly difficult to ignore the possibility that giants did, in fact, exist before the flood. Whether you believe it or not, the fact remains that there's a wealth of ancient texts, archaeological findings, and legends that suggest a world of giant humans that was lost to the annals of time. From the Sumerian king list to the Book of Enoch, historical references abound. These sources, along with numerous other ancient records, provide a fascinating glimpse into a past where giants may have roamed the earth. In conclusion, our exploration of giants before the flood has led us down a rabbit hole of ancient myths, legends, and historical texts. From the Sumerian king list to the Book of Enoch, while the evidence may be fragmented and open to interpretation, it's clear that there's more to this story than we initially thought, and that's what makes it so fascinating. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the unknown. If you have any thoughts on giants, be sure to leave them in the comments below. Many cultures from the Sumerians to the Greeks have legends of giants. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more intriguing topics and explorations into the mysteries of the past. Together, we can uncover the secrets of ancient civilizations.